Good morning, Abby. How can I help you today?
I just got my period and I am having bad cramps. My medicine is not working. I don't want to miss any of my classes. Can you give me something to help?
Yes, I am sure I can help you, but first I need to ask you a few questions. How old are you now?
I am 18.
How old were you when you got your first period?
I was 11, almost 12.
And did you have cramps from your very first period?
No. For about the first year I did not have any cramps.
When are your cramps the worst?
They start a few hours before the flow comes, and they are worst on the first and second day.
How often does your period come? And how many days does it last?
It comes pretty regularly every 25 days, and it lasts for 4 or 5 days. I am in a lot of pain. Do we really need all these questions?
I can see that you are in pain, and believe me, I sympathize. I am having the same problem today that you are. I will get you something very soon, but first I must get some idea about what kind of cramps you are having. The questions help me to do that.
Is there more than one kind of period cramps?
Yes. Doctors classify cramps into two broad categories. The first category is called primary menstrual cramps. That means that there is no underlying abnormality that is causing the cramps. They are just a part of the normal process of menstruation. For a long time we did not know what caused this kind of cramps, and many doctors, mostly men, thought that the pain was psychological, a rejection of our womanhood. But now we know better. Every month, shortly before your period, your uterus begins to produce a chemical called prostaglandin. This stimulates the uterus to begin squeezing the blood out while you are having your period. Some women make more prostaglandins than other women, and when there is too much, it causes cramps. Ouch! I just had a cramp myself.
I'm sorry. It sucks, doesn't it? So what is the other kind of cramps?
The other kind are called secondary cramps. Those happen when there is something wrong with the reproductive system. There are many possible causes. You are young and healthy, and it is most likely that you have primary menstrual cramps. That is what I will assume today. But I would like you to make an appointment to come and see me for a complete exam to help rule out any kind of abnormality. So let's talk about what might help you. What have you tried already today?
I am using a stick-on heat patch on my stomach, and I have taken 2 ibuprofen. They are not helping. If I were home, I would be lying on my bed curled up in a ball.
Those are good choices. Both of those can be very helpful. Let me discuss a few other things that might help. It is important to know that the process of menstruation is very complex, and there can be wide variations in it among perfectly healthy women. For that reason, there are many things that help some women and do not help others. You need to find the things that work for you, and the things that do not. I will talk about some of the ways that women get relief. Let's start with the things that have the fewest unwanted effects. First of all, if you are a smoker, you should quit, not just because smoking can make cramps worse, but, of course, because it is so very bad for you. Also, a healthy balanced diet, physical exercise, and maintaining a healthy weight all can help improve your cramps.
I already do all of those things, doctor.
That is good. Next, some women benefit from taking fish oil capsules. There is some evidence that these can help in some cases.
I have tried those. They do not help me.
Then there is no need to keep taking them. You know one thing that does not work for you. They do seem to help me. Some women find that they feel better if they stay away from caffeine during the week before their periods. If your breasts get tender, avoiding caffeine may help with that. On the other hand, many women find that an extra cup of coffee on their first or second day is actually helpful. If you do drink coffee or tea or caffeinated sodas, it is important that you also drink extra water, because caffeine can act as a water pill. Some women find that on the days when their cramps are worst, it helps them to use pads instead of tampons.
That is so not going to happen. I hate pads.
Next, let's talk about heat. Heat is very helpful because it relaxes the muscle in the uterus. You can use a hot water bottle, an electric heating pad, a sock filled with rice and put in the microwave, a warm cat, or a warm laptop. The stick-on things you are using are good too, but are sometimes a bit expensive. A warm bath can be good also. But be careful about using anything too hot. You do not want to burn yourself.
Heat is one of my favorite things when I have cramps.
Next we can talk about medicine. You said you had taken some ibuprofen. When did you take it?
Right after my cramps started. About 8 o'clock this morning.
That is not the best way to use ibuprofen for cramps. Can you tell a day or two before it starts that your period is coming?
Yes. About 2 days before my breasts become sore.
Good. Ibuprofen works by preventing your uterus from making the prostaglandins that cause your cramps. Once the cramps start, it is too late for it to be as effective as it could be. It is better to start taking it a day or two before the cramps start.
But won't that mean I will be taking too much?
Not if you take the recommended dose, and if you only use it during the days of the month when you are cramping.
Okay, I will try that next month. Are there any better medicines than ibuprofen?
There are many drugs that help with prostaglandins. I prefer to start with the simplest, ibuprofen or ketoprofen. But if those do not work, we can explore other options. You might also want to try taking Tylenol. It usually does not work as well as ibuprofen, but some women find it works better. Another option could be the birth control pill, but unless you need it for birth control, I would rather try first to find other treatments.
That sounds sensible to me. Oh, this is getting worse and worse. Is there anything you can give me now?
Yes, in a minute I will ask the nurse to give you a prescription-strength prostaglandin blocker. That should help. There is one more suggestion I want to discuss with you.
What is that?
Some women find that if they can have an orgasm while they are cramping, it can make the cramps go away for a while.
When I am having cramps, I do not think that I could get into the mood for that.
It is easier than you might think. For many women, the hormonal balance during their periods makes them more sensitive to sexual stimulation. If you use tampons, it does not have to be at all messy. When my own cramps get very bad, I use a vibrator even if I don't feel at all in the mood, because I know it will give me relief. Anyway, it's something for you to think about. Now let's go get you that shot so you can feel better.
Thank you, doctor, for all the advice.
You are welcome, and don't forget to schedule an appointment for a complete exam.